a pleasure to have you here in Manchester.
Thank you, brother.
Looking very dapper, mate.
I've got a few compliments on this out coat.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, where's the inspiration for that one come from?
Do you know what? You only get one shot at a first impression, so
yeah, well,
has to be done, brother.
This is a fight that's been scheduled. It was scheduled for December, weren't it, on the AJ card?
Correct.
How happy are you that it's happened now and that Quigg has come through the other side from that injury?
Yeah, do you know what? I half thought that he wasn't going to show up for the fight, and because I didn't fight before Christmas, I was a bit like, he better fight. You know what I mean? I was kind of like, he better show up. And that's when I texted him once or twice, like, mate, you better come for this fight. Because I'm not holding off my career for anybody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
2020 is going to be my year. I'm going to destroy people in 2020. Come for every single one of the people out there that's on the top. So I don't want to be putting my career on pause for anybody, you know? And then I was straight after Christmas, I went straight to America sparring Tevin Farmer for his fight. Gained so much experience just being out there for the past 4 weeks. It's this fight, the fact that it's going to be the main card, it's going to be a lot of people watching, and it's going to be a very exciting fight, and it's going to be an opportunity for me to show my whole game.
You mentioned going over to America to spar Tevin. I think that's amazing how that came about, by the way. Because I've seen that you went round to his house and watched the fight back and
it was amazing.
Assessed it, which is unbelievable.
So that was one of the best things that I done while I was over there, because we were obviously working together inside the gym. We were learning a lot together inside the gym. But when you sit down with the person who you fought and he's able to say, man, you done really well there. You scored good points. You should have just got out of there then. But you stayed and you were being too greedy. And so he kept saying that, you were being too greedy there. You're being too greedy. And I was like, you're so right. You know what I mean? I was at the scoring and getting my points off. I should have just milked, hit milk. But the thing was, I thought that he was a superior boxer and I had to drag him into a fight for me to do what I wanted to do, you know? So I was shocked then when I was able to half out box him at times. In sparring, in the fight, I was just like shocked. In sparring, I tried to box a lot more because Jono Diaz is obviously a former Olympian. He can box, he can fight and everything. So there was times where I fought him in sparring, and there was times where I boxed him. Because of the information that he gave me where we set back, it was just mad. You know what I mean? It was almost like a reality check that I'm not just a fighter, I can box as well.
I love that. I absolutely love that outlook. It's very difficult for professional athletes in any sport to put their ego to the side from a loss. But you've gone and learnt from that and established a good working relationship with that man as well.
100%. Listen, at the end of the day, most world champions have had a loss in their career.
Yeah.
You only got the likes of bloody Floyd Mayweather, you know what I mean? And a very select few who haven't. But in my own opinion, it's like, you need to push yourself to the limits. If you're not failing and you're not trying hard enough, for your dreams are probably not big enough. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I welcome failure because it just means that I have things to work on, and it shows me things that I can correct in the future. So I don't mind failure, I don't mind losing a fight, as long as I'm going to gain some experience and be a better person, mentally, physically, inside the ring, you know? So a loss to me doesn't define my career.
Yeah.
And I said that before I ever lost. I've always said that. I don't mind failure because it means that I'm pushing myself to the limits. I'm pushing myself to the max, and that's what it's all about for me. That's what boxing does for me, is it makes me push myself to the limit, and that's important in my life, you know what I mean? I like pushing myself.
It's a very intelligent outlook on the sport as a whole. I want to know what you have made of Scott's career so far, and I've seen that you had a bit of back and forth on Twitter as well. What was that about?
Do you know what? I was just trying to make sure that he was going to show up the fight.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, there was times where I thought he was never going to do this fight.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, he better fight. So I was just letting it be known.
Yeah.
You better show up for this fight. And then 2-3 days later, this fight gets announced. So I was skipping when it got announced. I was delighted because this is what I wanted. You know what I mean? I'm at the point now in my career where Scott is a very big name. I'm topping the bill here. This is a massive platform for me, a massive opportunity for me. But yet one that I have to push myself deep in camp because he's such a big name. He's going to have the crowd behind him and everything else. I have to come here and make a statement. So Scott Quigg is a former world champion. That's where I want to be sooner or later in my career. So 2020, 2021, that's what I want. I want world titles. So Scott Quigg already had the world titles. So now I need to get over the likes of him in order to prove to myself. Well, I already know. I've already proven it in sparring and in the Tevin Farmer fight. Before the Tevin Farmer fight, I wasn't sure if I was world level. Now I know I'm up there. You know, I've had an amazing fight with Tevin Farmer. I've thrown the third highest punches in title history at that weight division in that fight. So I know my engine's good, I know my chin's good, and I know I can compete with one of the best boxers out there at my weight division. So that just cemented it all in stone that I am more level. Had those little doubts maybe before the fight, before the Farmer fight, but them doubts are all gone. Now I know what I am and what my worth is, and I'm coming to take Scott Quigg's head off.
You seem like you absolutely thrive in this position of being in the spotlight and having that main event status. How vital was the experience going over to America? And then when you break it down and look at your career with Matchroom so far, how much of a massive moment was that decision for you in terms of your exposure as an athlete?
You know what, if it wasn't for Matchroom in the first place, Matchroom and MTK Global, I would never have had my first fight in Dublin. It was a Matchroom show. So I have to be very thankful for Matchroom bringing the shows and these big shows to Ireland, England and all over the world. So they have helped my career immensely, you know. When I had my world title shot in Philadelphia, that was the first time I was topping the bill. That was it was for a world title. There was a lot of pressure on my shoulders, and I thrived off that. You could see that was the best performance in my career, even though I caught a loss. But that doesn't define me. That, to me, just makes me more hungry. Because I was in the man's backyard, I boxed amazingly. I didn't stick to the game plan completely to what I should have, but at the same time, it was a life lesson, and I'm thankful for that life lesson. So now it's the same scenario. I'm in his backyard, topping the bill. I'm going to thrive off this, but like I said before, I wasn't sure whether I was at that world level before I fought Farmer. Now I know. Now I already know. So this is where I need to be. This is where I'm going to be, and it's what a card to be on. Like what a platform, what an arena to be on. Like I remember fighting on the undercard of Scott Quigg when he fought Kiko Martinez in the same arena. You know what I mean? I remember saying, I can't wait till that's me. Now here we are, 4 years later.
That must be crazy to even say that.
It's amazing.
You've been sat there watching him, and now you're going to be staring across him from the ring in the same arena.
Yeah, but you know what? Scott Quigg was never my idol, but I love to say, when your idols become your rivals, you know you're doing a good job.
100%.
You know what I mean? That's a quote from J. Cole.
Yeah.
But I swear to God, like, from watching him thinking that's where I want to be at that status. Now I'm here. I'm ready, and I'm ready to just take it all in, absorb it all, and make history. I want to be looking back on my career and say, do you know what? I pushed myself to the limits. I done what I done. I done what I said I was gonna do, and I want to fight for world titles, and I want to gain these world titles. I want to just destroy everybody. And now is my time. I'm just hitting my prime, you know. So now is my time.
Stylistically, how do you see you guys matching up?
Stylistically, whatever way I want this fight to go, that's the way I'll go. I feel I'm this superior boxer. I have faster hands, faster footwork. I throw more punches on the inside. I can destroy people on the inside. It's gonna be whatever fight I want. I'm gonna set the pace of this fight, and whatever fight I want this to be, that's what's gonna happen. And Scott Quigg, I just don't know if he's ready for me yet. I don't know if this was a bad mistake for his career. We're gonna find out.
Do you think with a win that you'll be able to bring another Matchroom show to Ireland this year?
I don't know if that will happen. That's all down to Eddie here. What?
Is that an aim of yours?
The aim of mine is to win a world title and bring a world title back to Ireland, for sure, 100%. I want to sell out Croke Park someday. That's my real goal, is to sell out Croke Park one day. And whether that be with one world title or with the 4 world titles, I don't know. Because I don't want to be just a one-time world champion. I want to wrap up all the belts, and I want to do it in different weight divisions also.
Right, Jono, we're ready to go with the press conference, so I'll leave you to it.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.